Dua drops a clone of a fragrance that I absolutely love, you know the requests get crazy. So mad people were like, yo, Kuba, we want you to smell this shit. Let us know what it's about. And I got it in my hand. So let's roll my motherfucking music so I can put you onto this fragrance and let you know how close we talking here.
We're all alone. Yeah, for some friends on the south side. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be Cuba.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. This is your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Now, I've talked about this fragrance time and time again as one of my favorite releases from this house, and that's Nishane's Annie. Talk about a beautiful vanilla gourmand fragrance that blew my socks off as soon as I smelt it. But not only myself, but a lot of other people share the same feelings that I do about this fragrance being absolutely stunning. So Dua went ahead and created their clone, and that fragrance is none other than Drowning in Vanilla. Now, when I saw that they were making this clone, they were blasting it all over Facebook. I sent them a message. I was like, yo, I need that shit, and I got it. That's how they do with your boy. Now, I was able to try this both on paper and on skin, comparing both of them. Now, I have them already dried down sprayed. Dua's version is here, Annie's on here. But first, I'm gonna spray them on paper and let you know how I feel that they are on paper as opposed to my skin comparison-wise. I got the A listed on this one. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm gonna spray Annie one time on this joint. I'm gonna spray Drowning in Vanilla on this side. Alright, so Dua's version's here, Annie's over here. So let's start with Annie. Green, vanilla, spicy, gourmand, sweet, edibles. I don't know if you guys ever tried those Lindt white ball chocolates that got the cream ganache inside. I don't know why that's the vibe that I get from it. If it had a little bit of a ginger vibe, that's what I'm smelling here. Now let's check the Dua joint. I'm not gonna say these fragrances are 100% close because they're not. They have a lot of the same elements, but they're not a full-blown clone. They're both super enjoyable in my opinion, but I feel like the structure of them is completely different. For example, on paper, the Dua one has more of a vanilla greenness, and Annie has more of a vanilla, chocolatey, gingery vibe. They have strong similarities to them each other, but I don't feel that they're full-blown clones. Annie's just so complex and so well created that it feels amazing on my skin. Now the vanilla here has toned down a little bit on my skin on the dry down because it's been about 35 minutes and it's dried down to more of a smooth, buttery vanilla with bright green notes, and the bergamot is really shining, but so is the ginger component on it. Annie's just phenomenal on my skin, phenomenal. Now let's see the Dua joint. I'm gonna give this about 80% close as far as my skin is concerned. The reason being is that they do have a lot of similarities. The vanilla notes, the ginger notes, the benzoin, the green notes, the muskiness. It's just layered differently. It's composed differently, smell different from each other, but they all have the same components and they're all meshed in the same type of way, but they don't smell exactly the same. In a weird way, the inspired expression mark really plays well into this fragrance because it's not a clone per se. It could have almost been an original inspired expression because they have the same note qualities, but they're set differently on my skin. So for me, dried down skin is green, vanilla, and bergamot, and this one has a little bit of more benzoiny, earthy vanilla. They're both very, very lovely, but I can't say that they're 100% clone or 90% clone. To me, they're about 80%. They have all the same vibes, just composed and structured differently in my skin, just keeping it 1,000. They're both quite enjoyable, and actually Drowning in Vanilla has a beautiful, bright opening vanilla. I feel that their opening parts are closer than the dry down. Again, what really comes to my mind is they all have all the same points, they're just mixed differently in my opinion. So shout out to Dua for sending me this shit so fucking quick, and I think it's an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. Annie definitely takes the cake for me. I think this is a gorgeous fragrance, but again, it's top dollar and it's sold out in a lot of other places, so pick and choose your battles wisely. This is absolutely sick. I think Drowning in Vanilla is a good name for it. Again, just structured differently. This is definitely a ball sprayer though, because it's a beautiful fragrance, don't get me wrong, but it's not 100% clone of Annie. Ball sprayer it is, because it's just popping. Very, very nice fragrance. Not 100% Annie in my opinion. I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart. I'll put a link in the description below. I think they're dropping some Easter sale over the weekend, so I know you guys love all those fucking deals. You can go there, use whatever link is on the website, and just bag this shit up for yourself if this is something you're interested in. I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. Quarantine Cuba in clutch. Smooches.
Cubaknow, 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 Cubaknow. What's fresh? Who's best? One of them's gonna pass the test. Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.